What is up, guys? Gamer Bro here, coming at you with another Diablo 3 video. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to play on Torment 1 with little to no gear. Maybe you might have found a couple of legendaries leveling up through Reaper of Souls, but you don't have the greatest gear. You definitely don't have your best in slot gear or anything like that. The build I'm going to tell you guys about today is very similar to my lightning build that I put up recently. If you haven't seen that build, go check it out. There should be a link in the description. But pretty much what you want to do with this build is do bounties on it on Torment 1 so you can get those extra legendary drops that only happen once you reach level 70 and you put it on at least Torment 1. You can check that out in the game settings menu when you go from Master to Torment. There's a little option that pops up that says new legendaries will drop once you reach level 70. But if you're like me, when Reaper of Souls launched, you might not have had the best gear, so you just wanted to play through it, and start grinding out and try and get gear. But if you don't have the best gear, it can be hard to keep up with the monsters, and you can't play on Torment 1. But with this build, you will be able to at least keep up with the monsters, and if you do have the right stats with the Mystic now, it makes it a lot easier to get those stats that you need. You will be able to take down at least Torment 1. So the build, like I said, is very similar to my lightning build. Really, the only thing we changed, well, we actually changed two things here. We're adding Mantra of Evasion. This is going to give us at least like around 2 million toughness just from having this mantra on, and it's really going to help out with those boss fights. With a lot of AOE damage, and they hit really hard. Just by having the Mantra of Evasion, I will show you guys real quick. Let's just go to Conviction, select that, and we are at 5,642. Or 5 million, I'm sorry, 642,000 right there. Now when we select Mantra of Evasion, now I do go to the increases my armor, because that's also going to increase your toughness. There's really nothing else that's worth it. But once you select Mantra of Evasion, as you can see, I go up over 2 million right there, or almost 2 million. 7 million 622,000 toughness. So that alone is going to help you get through Torment 1 with little to no gear. The only really big thing that had changed in gear, I did find this. It was a small damage increase from my last video, but it's not really that significant. But this is the main thing. I did find this legendary dagger with the crit damage, and that is what you're wanting. I don't care if it's a rare weapon, as long as you have your main stat, strength, intelligence, crit. Not crit, dex. As long as you have those stats on your weapon, you're going to be good, and you want a slot. If it does not have a socket, I'm sorry, not slot. If it does not have a socket in it, you want to keep re-rolling as many times as you can to get that socket. 110% crit damage is huge in this game. I can remember when I wasn't even critting for 1 million. Now I'm critting for over 3 million. And that is a lot of damage, especially when you're just trying to take down trash mobs and stuff, and you have a lot of them. Along with Mantra of Evasion, the other thing that I added was Unity. I know in the last video I said it was pretty useless, but in Torment 1 against these these elite packs and everything that have a lot more health than Master, we need every bit of damage that we can get. So I am going to be adding this in just for that extra 5% damage. Now we still have a lot of survivability with our Epiphany and Mantra of Evasion. If you guys don't know about dodge, what dodge does is pretty much you don't take any damage. You dodge the attack, and the more dodge you have, the better. It's kind of like crit chance and crit damage. Let's see, my crit chance is at 32 right now. Crit damage is at 443. So the more crit chance you have, the better. The more crit damage you have, the better. That's the same way with dodge chance, but that comes with that is that you have to give up some stats. We're giving up damage for dodge stance, but it is survivability, and we are going to be doing this on Torment 1. So I'm going to get into a let's see, a bounty here, and I'll just show you guys how this works. So pretty much it's the same routine as the lightning build. We're just going to be going in here, and with our special skill on our weapon, going to be doing a lot of AoE damage. But we do have a lot more survivability now thanks to that mantra of evasion. Now, as you can see, I'm critting all the time. The crit damage and crit chance is huge in this game. I didn't know that at first when I started playing, but you know, you definitely need the crit damage. So that's why you need those sockets in your weapon. So I mean, as you can see, we are on Torment 1 now, and that 2 million toughness is definitely helping out a lot. Because even the trash mobs, they can hit hard. Now, some things that that suck about this build is the spirit regen. We don't have as high spirit regen as we had in the lightning build. But here we go. Here's one. So I'll just show you how this mantra of evasion works here. Now, as you can see, I pop Epiphany as soon as it starts, so I can just get some early damage out. I like to try and take out these trash mobs if he would hit the right guy. Alright, so I'm popping evasion. When you're fighting these bosses, try and pop evasion as often as you can, just because you want to make sure that you know, you're getting that chance to dodge all their attacks that way you're not taking damage. If it gets too heavy, just use Dashing Strike to get out. Go back in. You don't want to stand in too many of those AoEs because they do add up, especially on Torment 1. Okay, you see, keep an eye on your health now. I've seen it start to drop down there. So let's get out. Let's move him over here, just where there's not as much AoE.
I can't do that.
Ooh, got really low there. Alright, so now we're going to use Epiphany. Now, that's the good thing about Epiphany. I mean, as you can see how fast my health's going up. I mean, it's just... Epiphany really helps out a lot. Just make sure you pay attention, you know, to what's going on around you. Look for any health globes. You want to make sure that you're keeping... You don't want to be lazy, especially when you don't have any gear, because you will die. But there you go, guys. That was the champion real quick for you on Torment 1. The elite packs are a lot easier. They don't have as much health as the champion. But yeah, guys, that's the build. You know, just pop Mantra of Evasion whenever you can, whenever you have the extra spirit, just to get that extra dodge chance. Use Epiphany defensively if you can. It is a great offensive skill, but like you just seen there, it can help you get your health back up if you get into some sticky situations. And on Torment 1, that happens a lot, especially if you're not geared. I mean, I have some decent gear, but I mean, it's not the greatest. Some things I do want to, that I found out that is a lot better for you, when it comes to early stages in Reaper of Souls, the 62 resistance to all elements, the diamond gems, they are a little better than the dex. I am using the dex here, but just because it adds a lot more survivability, pretty much to your toughness, than what the dex adds to your damage, if that makes sense. The survivability outweighs the damage increase, so that's going to help you guys out a lot, and keep those sockets in those weapons. That damage is going to come in handy significantly. But yeah, if you like this video, please hit it with a like. If you tried this out and there's anything you would change, please tell me down in the comments below so I can try it out for myself. Stay tuned for more. This is Gamer Bro out, and peace.